My name's Laura. This is Carlton, and this is Bev. Say hi, guys. They're a little shy today. Today, we're going to be reading Harriet Gets Carried Away. I do want to address the fact that today I am dressed as a flying squirrel, and I think after we read the book, you'll know why. Actually, after we read the first page, I think you'll know why. Harriet Gets Carried Away by Jessie, Sima. Harriet loved costumes. She didn't save them for Halloween, or only wear them to dress up birthday parties. Harriet wore costumes all the time. On the morning of her own dress-up birthday party, Harriet was a busy bee. "We still need to pick up the snacks from the grocery store," her dad said. "And lots of party hats," Harriet added. Her dad shared a look. "Okay," they said, "but don't get carried away." Harriet was sure she could manage that. Do you think she's going to be able to manage it? She changed into her extra special errand-running costume, straightened her bow tie, waddled down the street, through the subway, and into the store. Her dad seemed to have the deli counter covered, so Harriet set out on a quest for the perfect party hats. But instead, she found something else. Here are all the penguins, and then here's Harriet, discovering them buying ice. Harriet forgot all about the party hats. She waddled past the checkout lines and through the city. And out of town! "Where are we going?" Harriet asked excitedly. "Back home, of course," a penguin replied. "The city's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live here." See, they're all getting onto hot air balloons. Did you know that's how penguins travel? I didn't know that. The more you know. All the balloons floated farther from the city. Excuse me, I'll say that again. As the balloons floated further from the city, Harriet's thoughts floated back to her birthday party. "Excuse me, I don't think I belong here," said Harriet. "That's okay," the penguin replied. "Everyone feels like they don't fit in sometimes. Maybe you should lose the bow tie." But Harriet didn't care about fitting in. She cared about getting back to the store. So she straightened her bow tie and hatched a plan. And another. Things were not going smoothly. Let's see, what did she try? So here's her hatching the plan. It looks like she tried doing a parachute, but that didn't go great. And then she tried to float home on an iceberg, but it started to melt. I wonder why. Harriet was almost out of ideas when one emerged from the sea. "Hey," said the orca, "you're not a penguin." "How did you know?" cried Harriet. "Penguins don't wear bow ties," he replied. Harriet realized this orca might just be her ticket home. So she told him her tale of costumes and penguins and hot air balloons. She told him all about her family and her city and the party hats she needed to find. And when her story was finished, she said, "I could really use a lift." So here's the penguins and the costumes. Oh, here's her penguin costume. Excuse me. Here's the penguin. Here's the hot air balloons and her dad's, the city, and party hats. It just so happens I'm headed up north for a family reunion, replied the orca. I could drop you off along the way in exchange for a fancy bow tie. This seemed like a fair trade. As the orca swam, Harriet daydreamed. Do you think an orca could jump over the Statue of Liberty? That'd be pretty cool. And she's riding it too. Once Harriet could make out the city in the distance, the orca came to a halt. This is as far as I go, he said. So Harriet called in a favor from some friends she knew back at the park. Well, take it from here, they said. Look, they're flying her back home. Harriet soared back into the store and headed straight for the party hats. It didn't take long to It didn't take long to pick out the perfect ones. I think they're the only ones left. She found her dad's at the deli, just where she'd left them. Where did you sneak off to? They said. I just went to get party hats, said Harriet. Oh, and I could use a new bow tie. With hats in hand, Harriet waddled back through the subway and up the street and into her room. She put on her birthday party costume, straightened her party hat, and headed up to the roof. She's a lion. The party was a great success, and no one got carried away. It does look like a lot of fun. I think I'd like that party. Well, except maybe Olivia. The end. And that's Harriet Gets Carried Away by Jessie Sima. Have you ever gotten carried away? Maybe not literally, but just gotten really into something? I was a lot like Harriet. Maybe I still am. But when I was little, I had this princess costume that I loved. I would wear it to the library, to the farmer's market. I remember wearing it to a book reading where authors were there. And the book wasn't even about princesses. But I wore it because I loved that costume. Bev, have you ever been carried away? How about you, Carlton? No? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I do know Bev has a pretty rad party hat. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!